Alrighty, guys. Gonna get into a little bit of gameplay here. Batchat 25T. I know I just released my giveaway announcement at the same time as this, but I had a lot of Batchat footage built up. Learning that this tank doesn't really have light tank camo really helped me kind of focus more on not getting shot and be a lot more careful. So I've had a little bit of a renaissance with this tank. I still think it's slightly underpowered for what it is and what it was advertised as, and what a lot of us expected it to be, based almost purely upon the PC version of this. Everybody's seen the amazing PC game where Batchat does like 7,000 damage. Anyways, we're getting into the first bit of gameplay. This will be Dead Rail. An encounter battle. Again, I'm the Batchat 25T with that legendary camo. Uh, Notice the enemy team only has a single medium tank, so I'm going to push pretty hard, a lot harder than I would usually. I want to try to get as many spots as possible. If the enemy team does go up here, I want to get spots early and often to let my team know where they're going. Luckily, my team is pushing up with us. We do have a couple of tank destroyers. Um, but yeah, as I come up here to spot, I don't see anything at first, so I'm going to go all the way up on this hill and light up a couple of enemy tanks. Put one into that Conqueror there, but they all go by too fast. Um, Contemplate putting a shot through the train engine here, but I decide not to. Missed the tracking shot, which was really a disappointment, because I do bounce this one off. I take a big shot, and again, the key to this tank is just not getting shot. You really gotta preserve your health. Put shots out where you can. Don't try going for the entire magazine. Reload early and often. Put one or two shells in. Don't push your luck. You might want to get your entire magazine in, but your entire magazine isn't that impressive. Just chip away at the enemy's health in the beginning. Late game is where you really can come out, use your health points that you have up, and take a shot to put 3 into an enemy and hopefully finish them off. Speaking of putting shots in the enemy, I'm only able to get one into the T110E5 there. Awkward gun depression on the Batchat is working against me here. I honestly have no idea how this shell went in. Again, I'm fighting gun depression, but I really want to put that third one in. I take one shot from the tank there. Not sure if that was the E5 or that other heavy tank over there. Now I'm just going to hide behind this rock while I go through my relatively short clip reload. I am reloaded, but I'm just going to reset my camouflage, pop out, rely on the fact that I'm going to spot him and have good enough camo when I'm stationary. I fire, do get spotted, miss both my shells unfortunately. It would have been nice if I could have put 2 into the E5 there. Unfortunately that did not happen, so I'm just going to again reset camo, reload my magazine, and just be a second line support and spotting tank for the middle and end game. Just don't get spotted. Stay cool. Bouncy heat shell off the roof there, but I managed to put one into the E5 and dodge his shell. Again, I'm just going to hide behind this rock, reset camo, reload, take stock of where enemy tanks are, where my team is. Always be looking at that mini-map. We have the high ground, and as the quote has been so much famous by Star Wars, he who has the high ground usually wins. So at this point, enemy team has 3 tanks left. We have 7. I have a full magazine, 800 or so health. The most dangerous tank to me right now is that enemy Jaegeru. I know I can clip him almost 100%. I get behind him, put one into him, think I'm going to go for the track, but then he just kind of accepts his fate. Finish him off. 1 tank left. He's smashing me from that corner, so I know he's there. 140 pushes around. The guy gets spotted. Drops off that hill. I'm going to burn my engine boost here in a second. There we go. Because I am hungry for damage and danger, I guess. Look for the side shot. Decide not to go for it. Go for the underplate shot. I have no idea what that shell did. And get the kill. So pretty decent game there. Really kind of epitomizes what this tank is all about. It's pretty team reliant, but I was able to flex around, put damage out, and just rely on my camo and decent-ish gun handling. 3k damage, over 15,000 credits lost, top of my team, 600 or so spotting, so not a bad game. Did get the first class, which is a very low damage and spotting game for a first class, but this tank is just pretty weak compared to most of the other tanks. It's not great. It's meh. Gonna immediately hop here into the next bit of gameplay. This will be a Batchat 25T Ace. Pretty nice game if I do say so. Low damage again for an Ace, but you guys will see it at the end. Do get recognized there. Always nice to get recognized. It's been happening a lot more lately due to my YouTube channel, 50 subs. Woo. But also from the fact that my clan has scrimmage there, clan a couple times. Again, I'm going to be pushing here really hard on the flank. I want to get the sides of enemy tanks, put the damage out. Gonna get into this bush. Really like this bush, especially with the mobile tank, because you can get a lot of really early and nice spots. I'm gonna put shots into this 183 because it is probably the biggest threat to me. I do get popped, so I back off, and the gun depression there makes me miss my second shell. Not happy about that, as you can tell by my angry jerking of the mouse there. AMX 50B looks like he's loaded in late, so I'm hoping I can reload my magazine, and luckily I have just a short enough magazine reload. 50B decides that he's in a bad spot, and I'm not quite able to put my third shell in. Thought he might have came around the corner of that building. He doesn't, so I'm thinking maybe he's going to go through the gap of this building, but again, he doesn't. Not quite sure where everyone is. I'm pretty sure my camo's reloaded. Or camo's... Yeah, you know what I mean. So I put one in that blind shot into that bush. Accidentally hit the help button, because my reload button's next to help. Again, short magazine reload is just wonderful in this tank, so I'm just going to sit back here on the second line. As you can tell, the E4 was back there. I did not hit him, or if I did, I bounced. I'm just going to load heat and hope for the best. I put one into his cheek, two into his cheek, and three turret ring / cheek. That third one was a little bit BS, but who can argue with Pramo? I am going to spam a lot of Pramo in this match because I just want to make up for that pen. Again, 1, 2, lucky to go up into his cupola. Unlucky shell here, his optics ate the entire bit of that shell. Again though, at this long range, I'm just not gonna, much rather put 1 or 2 heat shells in that pen rather than no shells in. Enemy sent 7-1 is pushing up. I'm thinking about putting one into his turret, decided just to wait. 1, 2, tracked, he gets hit. I put the third one in for the kill. Again, I'm gonna reload the clip. It is now 6 versus 3, 5 versus 3. Enemy team doesn't have a great amount of health. E4 is a one-shot. I am going to load another Pramo magazine for this. In hindsight, I should have gone for the cupola shot right away. Instead, I go for the cheek and bounce. Get him on the last shot. Enemy team to the 7 heavy pops up. I just dodge a shell from that E100, which is very lucky on my part. That would have put me on the one shot for the remaining 2 tanks that are left alive. In hindsight, again, I should have reloaded a magazine here. It would have allowed me to put a lot more damage out. Instead, I pop out, put one into the T57 Heavy's cheek. Just gonna reload. Our 5120 is gonna go all the way in on their E100. I do get a magazine reloaded. Critical hit him in the side. Get a weird bounce off his turret and don't get the third shell out. So, again, no damage from that last magazine, which is kind of a disappointment. Anyways, get the ace, 3.3k damage, lost 22,000 credits. I did get a sniper tanker. Again, this is a very low ace mastery. I wasn't even top on my team. I only got 400 spotting / assistance. It's just, this tank's kind of weak. That's a low ace. I haven't been able to, I have aced it a couple other times that I wasn't recording at the time, but just thought I'd throw this gameplay up onto my channel. Thank you guys again for your support. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the content.